I live in a regulated market. That means two things. One, I'm never going to spend like $1,200 on $150 bottle of bourbon or Scotch or whatever. Here in Quebec at the SAQ, it comes in, there's a standard markup, there's taxes, and it's all based on MSRP. It's not based on what the SAQ can get from me as a customer or as a consumer. That's the bright side. The other side of the coin, the negative side, is that in a regulated market like this, there's only one purchase philosophy. Okay? So if you don't have a real whiskey anorak in charge of ordering the whiskeys, you get what seems to be a reality here in Quebec, where there's a lot of stuff we just can't get. Some of that has been because of interprovincial trade barriers that are sometimes worse than international ones. And those are coming down right now as Canada tries to make its own internal markets healthier in the face of BS. But also, like, when you're in an unregulated market like Alberta or certain states or whatever, you have smaller guys like, man, I'm really into Scotch. So this store, or if he's got a small chain or whatever, really good on Scotch. This guy's more of a bourbon dude, big bourbon. In Alberta, there's a bit of it's a fragmented system as well. So you can find different pricing models and sort of different arrays of availability depending on where you go. I buy these in Alberta because of one of the issues with the Quebec system. And I'm assuming many regulated systems, but I live in one and I've bought from the one in Ontario. And Ontario and Quebec are very similar. Excuse me. So I will talk about this. This is Dancing a Duet from the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. 59.57. I don't remember which one 59 is, but I'll put it there. This is kind of a walnut oil and balsamic glazed carrots neat. If you dilute it, sweeten liqueur-like with a herbal dry finish, previously in an ex-bourbon hogshead. So it's a 10-year. Single malt, obviously, single cask. It was distilled 29th of December 2008 in a new oak hogshead with heavy char. It's a Highland, and it's 55.1%. Excuse me. And I'm getting down to the bottle down area of the bottle. So obviously it's unpeated. There's a caramel note there, butterscotch, a little bit of brown sugar. Malty as hell with a menthol note. I hope the wind isn't killing us here. There's that ozone that I pick up so often on Scotch that I used to call the swimming pool. And maybe a licorice, maybe. Like a black licorice, very light. Slightly nutty, almondy, maybe a marzipan. Very nice. And of course there's the oak. Not quite the furniture polish waxiness, but maybe a bit. Warm. Big brown sugar, toasty, baked goods almost. I find that comes through when there's a very big malty note. It's not like floral or anything like that. It's very nice. Good mouthfeel. Waxy note. The finish is quite long. I wish I had remembered to check which distillery this was before coming to sit down. In the old days, I would have stopped the camera and gone to check. I'll just put it, as I said, on screen. I cannot buy this locally because there is not a chapter of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society here in Quebec. So I buy these from Alberta, as I buy much of my more interesting whiskey, actually. I just noticed I was looking at the screen instead of the lens. And that's kind of the same problem I have with, like, I'm part of the Ardbeg committee, I believe it's called, and I have literally never bought, no, that I tell a lie. I got one bottle on allocation, again, from Alberta. But it's very awkward to get that sort of specialized stuff here. There are a couple of private importers, but they have to go through the SAQ. Like, everything goes through the government, the Liquor Commission. And so, like, if you're someone trying to just get into whiskey living here, and you don't have, like, an Albertan hookup, you wouldn't even know to try and get something like this necessarily. You would see no reason to become part of the Ardbeg committee. I still don't. It's not relevant. It's just not relevant. You know? And that's just the reality of the market that I live in. This might sound whinier than it necessarily is. That's the reality I live in. So a lot of the bottles that have shown up on my channel come from Alberta. I don't review a lot of these because of that same relevancy. If I had a bottle of Springbank sitting here, in fact I do have one sitting in Alberta, but when I get that, I will not review that bottle because Springbank is possibly the least relevant Scotch out there. If almost no one can get it, if it's a unicorn, I feel that doing a review of it would be kind of a vanity project. Like, look what I got. So, like, there's a lot of stuff that I can't get here, but everyone else can get. So if I have a bottle of that, yeah, I'll do the review. But there's some stuff that is straight up irrelevant. This is not relevant because if I was to do a review of this bottle, it would be cruel because it's a great bottle, but this was one of 320. You're not going to get this bottle. So forget about it. And I had to spend like $125 a year to get the right to buy these bottles. So there's another like speed bump for a lot of people. In fact, it's becoming a speed bump for me as well. I don't know if I'm going to review next year. I haven't bought a damn thing from them this year. And that's because prices are going up. Right? Prices are going through the roof everywhere. I do believe that the bubble is about to burst in some ways. So that may not be the case for long, but I feel that a lot of whiskey is unfairly priced, which is another thing that makes it irrelevant for some buyers. I would like to spend the next year concentrating on the affordable side of whiskey, finding great bottles at affordable prices. I'd kind of like to make that my project for the next year. But I don't know, and that's about it. I had a few thoughts. I looked at this bottle and a lot of stuff sort of popped in my head, and I was like, I'm going to have a dram of that and share it with my friends who cannot get it. Cheers. I'm going to sit here, enjoy this, and then go in and do a whole bunch of chores. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this, do the following 3 things. 1, comment down below. Yeah, okay. Comment down below. Tell me what to you is an irrelevant whiskey or booze. Something that to you is irrelevant and why. Is it because you can't find it? Is it because it's just something that you don't even care about trying, just whatever. Second, please share this video. That helps me more than you could possibly imagine. And third, leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's all right. Leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.